Hi, this is Praveen Sparsh, Mridangam artist, multi-percussionist and music producer. It's been a phenomenal experience working on this wonderful production, Tiruchendur, put together by Karuna Sagari and her wonderful team of dancers. And the quartet, I play the Mridangam in a Carnatic quartet, which is an instrumental ensemble that features Nadaswaram, Tawil, violin and the mridangam. And as a team, we had a great time collaborating with the dancers, had a great time collaborating with Susha with respect to the songwriting process and how the quartet can try to incorporate a few of our musical identities into Susha's ideology of music. And again, a wonderful experience working with Shravanamanna, recording this entire production. I think the most exciting thing that I discovered is Muruga is one of the most exciting musical gods, because if you see the kind of instruments that are used in temples, you have mridangam, you have the parai, you have pambai, you have udukai, you have so many different types of instruments which kind of represents different cultures, and for all of those instruments coming together to celebrate this god, like, or this identity, is like a fascinating thing, and that's what is bringing all of us together, which is a very special feeling. And here the force, you could say, is Muruga. So yeah, I think it was just a great coming together of all these musical cultures and also trying to understand different cultures. So the body of work that I have done so far is, I started off as a classical mridangam artist, so I play Carnatic concerts. So my ears are tuned in a certain way, and I've done this for almost like 15 to 18 years now. So it's just something that when I take my mridangam, I play a certain way. When you play a song, it's just, something that happens. And then I play another set of instruments where I play the cajon or the darbuka, or again, those instruments have their own musical cultures and identities. Here, what happened was, one, there's a, when you take the craft of playing mridangam for a dance performance, it's very different from a Carnatic music mridangam playing performance. Here, there's so much happening. In fact, it is multi-layered. So there's like music happening. Sometimes you play to the music. Sometimes there's a jati that's happening, which is kind of representing the footwork of the dancer, and then you're supposed to somehow anchor these two. Sometimes I just get completely lost, but I found this process very exciting, and it is really not easy to do for a mridangam artist coming from the Carnatic tradition to just do this. So for me, it was really challenging and also a great learning experience. Now the third layer was the visual layer. So once you kind of anchor the music and the jati, which is kind of the math, then you're supposed to react to the visual aspect of the dance. I mean, like, all this is normal for a mridangam artist who plays for a dance production. It's very new for me, so I again had a wonderful experience, putting all of this together, trying to make sense out of this, these three things. Yeah, so I'm always fascinated by instruments and different cultures. I think that's one thing that I've done for quite some time now. I've dabbled with a lot of other instruments, and in fact, when I work on a production at home, I also have a home studio. I just open all my instruments, all the instruments that I have, and I just bring it closer to the mic and just play. And if I like the sound, I record this. So in terms of looking at, say, mridangam as the main instrument and then other things as kind of just adding, is something that I don't subscribe to, because every instrument, it's intense in its own way. Just one stroke of, say, a frame drum, or just one stroke of a kanjira can just totally engulf you. Like, you don't need anything else. You don't need to play a complicated pattern in the mridangam to, match that. In fact, you can't even do that, or vice versa. So I feel that these are all, we all are trying to connect with sound, and sound is like the fundamental thing that's driving instruments, people, or whatever it is. So I think that's what happened in this production.